if you made it to this video, you might have a curiosity as to whether or not you're going through a spiritual awakening. Maybe you're already noticing drastic changes in your life, things like starting to question everything, things being like they're completely falling apart, or maybe you're just having this immense amount of faith in life, even though everything on the outside seems to be, as I said, falling apart. So in this video, I am going to share with you 7 signs that you might be going through spiritual transformation. If we have never met before, my name is Liv Arcangeli. I'm a deep transformational coach. I'm an energy healer, a yoga teacher, among many other things. And I help humans, anyone really, start to come back to their truth. So I truly believe that the world we live in, we live so much from this place of feeling disconnected from ourselves. We don't often speak our truth. We don't often act on our truth. And that can really leave us to feel kind of lost and far away from our soul and from living from a place of who we truly are. I am really inspired to help other people come back to this space where we can live a life that's really heart-centered, that's connected, and this place where we can feel whole and healed, and really this sense where we've discovered and touched on so many aspects of ourselves. So I'm really looking forward to sharing what I'm speaking about today. I'm here with Ben, who's you can see him in the background there on my meditation cushion. I love it. He always joins me in these videos. Many videos I make, he comes, and many of my coaching calls as well. Okay, so I really want to get right into it to spare the shortness of this video. So first thing that I want to touch on is, what is a spiritual awakening? And I don't know, I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I know all the answers to everything, but what I see, or what I believe it to be, is dropping, kind of what I mentioned before, like dropping away the mask that society has put on us, releasing all of the things that we thought we were, the way that we have to live our lives, this sort of like construct of reality that our minds have created. The spiritual awakening is starting to dismantle those things and really wholeheartedly coming to a place where you know and believe that those things are no longer true, right? The things that, this paradigm that's been created, it just starts to completely shift, and your whole life changes. Like every inch of it starts to change. That's my running definition for now. Let me know in the comments if you have another definition. I would absolutely love to hear that. And I also want to start off by saying that if you feel like you're going through a spiritual awakening, you are absolutely not alone. I remember years ago when I was first starting to go through mine, I wasn't around anyone who was talking about this or anything like that. So really, I feel like I'm making this video for the old Liv who felt like she really needed it. I had so much going on in my life, like literally everything felt like it was falling apart. All of this stuff seemed to be happening that seemed to be like working against me. Like I had, every single like physical ailment like under the sun that was wrong with me. I had all these other things that were just starting to feel like it was like falling apart. I was working as a dance artist, and so my identity was really placed around this place. And then I was going through my awakening, and I was like really starting to ask myself all of these questions, and it was really like a dismantling of everything that I thought I was. And I remember I felt so alone, and I kind of felt crazy, to be honest, because I was going through all this stuff and experiencing all of these things, and I had no one to talk to, and I didn't understand what was happening. But actually, if this is happening to you, rest assured it's a very, very normal thing to be happening. It is happening to so many more humans now on a faster and faster pace. More and more people are really starting to awaken into the place of who they truly are, and the more that you do, and then the more that you share yourself, and the more that you can rest in your being in that awakening, the more that's going to happen. And this awakening is so beautiful because I see it as a coming back to who we truly are. It's not about this place of we have to change things or try and control things, from the place of like, oh, we're not good enough or we're not perfect enough. No, it's actually a reclamation and a deep realization that this paradigm that we've been living in is just not it. It's just not the truth. Okay. Let's get into it. Seven signs that you might be going through a spiritual awakening, okay? Number 1, I kind of touched on this a little bit. You might be starting to question everything. And by question everything, I mean everything, every single thing that you could possibly think of. You could be asking yourself questions like, who am I? What is my purpose and place in this world? Why am I here? What is it that I am here to share with others? Is this relationship that I'm in, does it resonate with me? Is this this career that I'm doing, is that who I am? Like, everything. This can feel like a really uncertain time, because it's like, the way my mentor puts it is like, it's like an inner earthquake. It's like every single part of you is shaking. The ground underneath of you is just starting to like I don't know, the vision I'm getting right now is like popcorn, it's just like everything is just starting to come up and out. And then you're just left with this like shitstorm, to be honest. And you're like, what do I do with this? This is what I mean, where it can feel so isolating when this process is not normalized. So that's number 1. You might be experiencing this wild inner earthquake. I have my notes here to make sure I cover everything. Okay, so I touched on this a little bit just now. Everything seems to be like it's falling apart. This can be your whole inner and outer world, okay? So this could be things in your career, in your relationships, in how you view the world. Maybe you had certain strong beliefs about, anything really, how you see the world, political beliefs, whatever that is. And it's all starting to completely loosen and dismantle. And it might feel like at this time the world is completely against you. I remember at this moment in time feeling like, what else could possibly fall apart? And it's a very, very vulnerable time to be in. I won't discredit that. And it's part of the journey of just being with that. Okay, I'm going to move on to number 3. You might be getting triggered a lot. This one I think is really powerful, because if you're getting triggered a lot, it's not the universe working against you, okay? It's actually working for you a lot, because as you're getting triggered, it means that Spirit's like, hey, you need to become aware of this thing. I want you to become aware of this thing so that you can process it and so that you can heal it, so that these things are not holding you back anymore. So I like to think of any triggers as energy. It's really like this energy practice. I feel like I have a rainbow coming on my face right now. It's so nice. The light coming in the window is so beautiful. It's like this. Yes, it's like this, everything is starting to come to the light. So you start to awaken and everything's like, okay, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Again, this popcorn is starting to happen, right? And as you're here, Our job is just to welcome it and heal one thing at a time. It might take time, right? Sometimes things that come up are really painful. They can be really long-standing things that came from childhood or even before that. And it can feel like one thing is coming up after another, okay? Number 4, you have this deep longing inside of you that there is something greater to life. This is a really big one. The way that you've been living, right, the way you've been working, the relationships you've had in your life, the way that you've thought that life was, is just, it's not it. You're beginning to ask the questions, what is beyond this? I feel like there's this emerging potential within me that is meant to be doing something different or beyond, or being someone different, but I'm not really sure how. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to get there. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there. I feel like I can't even describe what it even looks like. Do you know what I mean? So it's this emerging undercurrent that is so powerful. This is really it is so powerful that it just feels like it's just starting to come up to the surface. And I'll touch on this in a moment, but it's coming up to the surface, and it's almost like you can't even do anything about it. It's just coming. It's just moving through you. It's coming and coming and coming. Okay. Part of this too, number 5, is you might be having this deep desire to get closer to source or God or the universe, whatever you want to call it, right? It doesn't matter what word we use, right? Like, just creating space for this faith that we are beyond this body and that there is so much more to life beyond this, right? Beyond the name you have, beyond your gender, beyond the labels you have, whether you're a mom or a wife or a sister, or we're beyond these titles. So this sense of wanting to get closer to the divine. Okay, and then that brings me to number 6. This one comes, you might not be experiencing this one yet, especially if maybe you're closer to the beginning of your journey and this is just starting to happen, but you might be starting to feel a lot more inner freedom, joy, bliss, things like this. This did not happen to me for a very, very long time. I was in my spiritual awakening and just in the shit of all of it for a really long time before I started feeling more joy and bliss and freedom. But if you're experiencing it and you've been with it for a long time and you're doing different spiritual practice like meditation and things like that, you might be starting to experience small, testers, small little moments of this deepened sense of bliss that just seems to be implanting inside of you. Okay, if you're not experiencing this one yet, don't worry. You're in the right place. You don't need to be. Okay, and I was touching on this before, but number 7, it's this sense that the journey is happening no matter what. I often like to joke about the work that I do and the path that I'm on, that I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. It is just happening. It is just what is the emerging potential inside of me. It is just what is happening. I have no choice but to just let it happen. And there's a paradox in this because, of course, I actively choose every single day to do the work that I do, and I love it. And if I could choose, I would, and I do. I choose it. At the same time, it just felt like for me, it was happening. And so that is the sense too of if you're feeling this whole inner earthquake that's happening, it's this sense of relinquishing control, because you're okay, this is just, there's something that's at play here that I don't fully understand, that is happening for me, for my highest good, but I'm just not sure where it's going. This is what I'm pointing to here, okay? When I say that, it almost feels as if it's just happening for you. And this sense as well that you can't go back to the way things used to be. When the mind starts to awaken, it cannot go back. It's there. Of course, spiritual awakening is all about like training the mind to come into these deeper places of awareness. And so it's very normal to kind of fall back, lose progress again and again and again, even though you're never losing progress. Very, very normal, okay? Yet at the same time, it's just all happening as it's supposed to, okay? This is the point I really just want to close with. It is the most challenging journey you could ever encounter in your life and the most rewarding ever. I would never trade it for a moment, and it can be so challenging at times, right? Questioning everything about your existence is not comfortable. It's really, really uncomfortable. So I just want to acknowledge that for a moment. If you're feeling that right now, this is completely okay. Just allow it to be here. Allow yourself to feel all the emotions and experience all the things and experience the uncertainty. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. There is a divine reason why you landed on this video, okay? I believe that everything happens for a reason. Nothing's a coincidence. So I'm very grateful to you that you landed on this video, grateful for our connection and however that looks like. That's what I'm going to leave with you today, okay? If you have any other questions about any of these things, let me know. If there is anything that you want a little bit more detail on, also let me know, because I can make another video on that. And if you're looking for some more support on this, I'm going to put a link in my bio where you can go and check out my website. You can go and check out the coaching work that I do. The coaching work that I do is really all about helping you navigate this time of transformation. And this transformational journey could be something that's happening for you all of a sudden. It could be something that's been happening over time. It's something that could happen really quickly, or it's something that could happen over years. So just be patient with it and know that the dynamics of it can be really challenging. And so this is why I like to offer the transformational coaching services as a way to really help normalize your experience, and also to hold space for that emerging sense of self that is coming. Because as we create the space for it, you can allow for your transformation to happen more organically and easier, as opposed to like fighting it, right? There's like this energetic shift that's happening in you that's just wanting to like away from the microphone, but completely like open up, right? And so as you give this yourself permission and the space for it to open up, it just will, right? As opposed to just kind of staying in it. So anyways, if you want to know a bit more about that, check the link. Okay, have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.